Hello and welcome to this episode of Creating with Howcraft. My name is Denise Yesbach Moore with howcraftcollection.com. Today I'm going to show you how to create my Ursula necklace. As you can tell, our theme for this week is Halloween. The tools and supplies you will need to create this necklace are round nose pliers, chain nose pliers, wire cutters. We're going to need head pins, eye pins, 20 gauge wire, 5 to 4 inches long, glass faceted ovals. These are the larger ones. They are 6 by 9 millimeters. We're also going to be using these glass tube beads, some 3 millimeter bicone beads, 10 millimeter faceted black glass. You will need a 9 millimeter jump ring, a 6 millimeter jump ring, and a lobster clasp. Oh, and also these fabulous bat beads. A complete list of the jewelry making supplies and beads, along with printable PDF instructions, can be found on howcraftcollection.com. Search Ursula necklace. We are going to start off by creating these little connectors here. There are 6 of these connectors. I already created 5, so I'm going to show you how to create one. So we're going to grab an eye pin, and we're going to pick up our bicone, and then a tube, and then our large oval, back to the tube, and then our bicone. And now we are going to form a simple loop. We're going to bend the wire this way so that the loops are facing the same side. And I'm just going to trim off that little end. We're going to grab our round nose pliers, and we're going to form a simple loop. And we are rolling the wire towards us. Now we need to create our dangles. There are 2 different types of dangles. I created 2 already, but I will show you one of each of the dangles as a demonstration. We are going to grab a head pin, and we're going to string our large oval, and then we're going to pick up 2 of the tubes. We're going to string those down. Going to grab a bicone, and then 1 more tube. This is the longer dangle on this side. We're going to form a simple loop. You're going to grab the head pin right about here, and then you're going to bend it. We're going to come over, trim that little end, and now we're going to form a simple loop with our round nose pliers. We are just rolling the wire towards us. Now we're going to create this little dangle right here. I already created 1 of them, so you do need 2. We're going to grab a head pin and the oval. We're going to string our oval down I'm going to grab a tube, a bicone, and our tube. We're going to string that down. We're going to hold it right about here. We're just going to make a bend in that wire. We're going to come over, trim that end, and now we're going to form our simple loop with our round nose pliers. We are just rolling the wire towards us. So we have 2 of the small dangles and 2 of the large dangles. Our next step will be to create this little bat dangle that's going to hang from the sides. So we need another head pin. We're going to pick up 1 bicone, the little bat that has his wings open, looks like he's flying. Grab the other bicone. And then our oval, we're going to string that down. Once again, we're going to form a simple loop. We're just bending the wire. We'll move it this way. And then we are going to trim that little end. We're going to grab our round nose pliers. We're going to form our simple loop. We're just rolling the wire towards us. And we need 2 of the flying bat dangles. Now we're going to start connecting this piece together. So we are going to grab our 9mm jump ring. This is how you open and close a jump ring. You never pull it apart. So we're just going to open that. And we are going to connect 6 connectors. So we connected them. We're going to come back in, grab it, and close the jump ring. Next, we're grabbing our 20 gauge wire. This can be 4 to 5 inches. If you're trying not to waste wire, cut 4. Sometimes it's easier to slide these little beads with a longer length of wire, but I know we all try to save money on our wire. So we're going to form a simple loop at the end. This will act as a bead stop as we string all the beads on. So we're bringing it up, and I let it stick up just a tad out of the pliers, and then we're going to bend it. And now we're going to grab our round nose pliers, and we're going to form our simple loop by rolling the wire towards us. So let's pick up this little component got going here, and we're going to string that through. And then we're going to pick up 3 bicones. And we're going to string those bicones down. And we're going to get the other little connector. We're going to make a little bend, and we're going to move it down, making sure the loops are facing the right way. Now we're going to pick up 2 bicones. We're going to string those bicones, and then the large dangle, 1 bicone, and then the next connector. Let's make sure they're facing the right way. it around, make sure it looks good. Yes, it looks good. Now we're going to string 1 bicone, the little dangle, one bicone, the little dangle, one bicone. We're going to come over, bend that wire a little bit, make sure they're all facing the right way. Now we're going to do 1 bicone. Where's that little hole? There it is. And then the large dangle, 2 bicones. Move that down a little bit. And then we're going to bend the wire and slide that onto there. And then our last one is 3 bicones. We're going to move it over a little bit. Grab the last one, make sure it's facing the right way. And then we're going to move it all the way over to the other side. Make sure it's nice and tight. So I just scooched all of the beads over as far as I could, and we're going to bend this wire down, and we're going to form a simple loop at the end. So we're going to come over here, trim that little end, flip it around this way, grab our round nose pliers, and we're forming our loop by rolling the wire towards us. We can come back in and bend these a little bit to make sure they are straight. And I'm just going to bend it up so we don't have a lot of tension on that top jump ring. So now we're going to come back in and we're going to connect our little bats on each side. So we're going to grab our chain nose pliers and we are going to open that loop, and it opens to the side. And we're going to connect it and close that loop. Let's grab the other little bat. We're going to open that loop, come over to the other side, connect it, and close the loop. Now at this point, these could be made into earrings. You could just add an ear wire, and you could have a pair of matching earrings to go with the necklace also. Let's create this little Batty connector up here. We're going to grab our eye pin, and we're going to go 1 bicone, our bat, one bicone, string that down, and now we're going to form our simple loop. We bent the wire down, move it out of the way there. We're going to come in, we're going to trim that wire, flip it around. And now we're going to form our simple loop by rolling the wire towards us. And I want the loops to be facing the same way. So I'm going to come back in and I'm going to give it a little twist. And the loops are facing the same way. We're going to create the top portion of the back connector. So we grabbed an eye pin. We're going to string a tube. A bicone. There's the hole. A black oval. And then we want our bat, our black oval, our tube, and then one more bicone. So we're going to hold it, making sure the beads are nice and tight. We're bending that wire down. It's a little bent right there, but we'll fix that. We'll come over, trim that little end, and we are going to form our simple loop. I'm going to make it just a tad shorter. And we are simply going to roll the wire towards us. And then we're going to do a little twist. And then we are going to make a bend in the wire. And I want to make sure that my loops are facing upward. So I just used my chain nose pliers and just kind of manipulated the wire a little bit. We're going to come down to the bottom. And we're going to open that loop. Grab our center piece. Connect it. And close the loop. We're now going to create the chain. I pre-made the length of chain. I will show you how to add one bead. So they have 11 beads on each side, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. This one has 10. So I'm going to show you how to create a simple loop on this side and then connect it. So let's grab our 10 millimeter faceted bead with an eye pin. We're just going to string that down. We're going to bend that wire down. Trim that little end. Using our round nose pliers, we are rolling the wire towards us. The loops are facing the same side. Now we're just going to open that loop, connect it to the chain, and close the loop. And that's how you would create your chain. We're going to connect our chain to each side of the pendant. So we're going to come over. We're just going to open that loop, grab the pendant, attach it, close the loop, grab your other chain, open the loop, attach it, close the loop, and then going to pick up our lobster clasp. We're going to come over. We're going to open our loop. Attach the lobster clasp. Close the loop. Now I'm picking up a 6mm jump ring. So let's open our jump ring. We're just going to open it. Find the end of the chain, attach, and close our jump ring. For our last little finishing touch, we're going to add this little dangle onto the 6mm jump ring. So we're going to grab a head pin, string our 10mm faceted black glass bead down, bend the wire, trim that wire, grab our round nose pliers, and we're just rolling the wire towards us. We've just created a little dangle. We're going to come back in, open it, find the 6mm jump ring, and close the loop. And there you have it, how to create my Ursula necklace. If you are watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe and hit the little bell button so you'll receive notifications on when we post new videos. Our YouTube channel is Howcraft USA. Follow us on Instagram at Howcraft Collection Beads. Be sure to visit howcraftcollection.com for more inspirational DIY projects and for all your jewelry making needs. New beads are added weekly, and each week howcraftcollection.com features a fabulous new sale. Let's look at the Ursula earrings real quick. These are created using the same centerpiece technique. You can subtract a couple of beads and make them a little smaller. So these are our Ursula earrings. Project information can be found on howcraftcollection.com. We also have the Ursula bracelet stack using these fun bone skull beads. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.